What's going on, y'all? Welcome to a brand new episode of Train Simulator, and today we are going to be on the Sherman Hill route, and we are going to be doing a scenario with the EMD E8 called Cheyenne Shuffle. Station and track arrangements at Denver and Cheyenne require the San Fransisco Zephyr's power to swap ends at both those locations, with the train's consist being pulled backwards into Cheyenne. You are the engineer of train number 5 en route from Denver to Cheyenne, and are stopped for a meet at Spear. As soon as the line is clear, you will proceed on into Cheyenne, and there switch your E8 power from the east end of the consist to the west, and in preparation for heading towards Laramie. So we're going to do this. This looks like a very interesting scenario, a very interesting move that is not done this day anymore. So let's go ahead and check it out and see what it's all about. Alright, secure your train from rolling by applying the air brakes, and the dispatcher will be in contact shortly. Alright guys, so here we are in the cab of our Amtrak E8, Laramie Subdivision Dispatcher, Amtrak Train 5, UP Extra 3172 West, approaching Spear on the south track now. When he clears and subject to signal indications, you can expect to proceed to Cheyenne Station. Dispatcher out. Alright, sounds like a plan. Copy that. But here we go, got our Amtrak E8s here. These are actually not Amtrak's. Basically, they are actually hand-me-down power from other freight railroads for when Amtrak first started, and they just kind of painted them in their paint scheme. So a lot of the cars that we actually have here on this train are not actually Amtrak's. A lot of these are hand-me-downs from other freight railroads that did passenger service that no longer did passenger service after Amtrak became a railroad. So yeah, just a little bit of history there. But this month is actually Amtrak's birthday month, or birth month, I guess I should say. They started in May 1st, 1971. I was supposed to have this video out on May 1st, but I never had the time to actually do it. So happy belated birthday, Amtrak. And there is that Union Pacific train right there at UP 3172 Extra with an SD40-2 leading that train. Got 3 SD40-2s on that bad boy today. Very cool, very, very cool indeed. We can go ahead and turn on our headlights here. One of the cool things, though, about the Phase 1 is that you actually have the dual headlights that you can run. But once it gets into the Phase 2, I believe it's only the one up here that you have, because I think they got rid of the bottom set of lights. So I'm not sure, though. I think that's how it is with the DLC. We'll just kind of have to figure that out once we use that one, which will be shortly. But want to let you guys know where I've been. I do apologize if my voice does sound a little different. I am a little congested. Not sure what I have. Kayla keeps saying that I have allergies, but I never get allergies, so I don't think it's allergies. She was also sick last week and into this week, and then I think I just caught whatever she had. So I don't really know what it is. But work also took off. It's been kind of a weird week, I will say that. It has definitely been a weird week, and we'll kind of get into that here in this episode. But there is the old caboose. They ain't using no cabooses anymore, so definitely you can tell this is an older scenario. We do have a clear. Amtrak 5, clear, steer, main, steer, car, track east, over, clear east, Spear. That is what we'll call it. Put that reverser into forward. Man, that horn does sound pretty dang weird. Wonder if anyone does have a sound set for this locomotive, because that horn does sound pretty dang weird. But yeah, it has been a pretty weird week so far. First things first, though, I am getting a raise at work, which is nice. Amazon did tell us that they're raising the minimum rate for delivery drivers to $16.50 an hour, so that is about $1 more than what I'm making, and my boss is going to end up trying to keep us at where we're at, so I'll be making $17 an hour just to throw packages on people's doorsteps. So I'm pretty sure that's living the high life right there. Not gonna lie, that is definitely living the high life right there. But yeah, so that is some good news this week. But yeah, it's just been a very weird week with work and stuff like that. They've had me in places that, I typically don't go. So, different route. I mean, I used to go there when I first started, but they haven't sent me there in, God knows how long. And now they're finally starting to send me there all week this week. So yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. I don't know what they're trying to do. Um, but, but yeah, so it's been a weird week for sure. Tried making some content earlier in the week, like in the mornings and stuff before I get ready for work and everything. And but the way my voice sounded and everything, I just couldn't. So I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna take a break. I do sound a little bit better than what I did, but I still sound pretty dang congested. I still have a runny nose, um, and all that. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what it is. I don't have a fever though, but Kayla keeps telling me it's allergies, so I'm just gonna go with it's allergies, even though I think it's a little cold, or I think I have a cold. And this is a career scenario, man. This is not what I wanted. I don't want to leave losing points. No. I didn't realize we were in a career scenario. No. Where's the dynamic brake when you need it? Not trying to lose no points. Nope, we are not losing any points. Got a whistle post and the game is stuttering. Good Lord. You know, put on them dynamic brakes. You can barely hear that bell, but it's on. The bell is on, but you can barely hear it. I don't think the dynamic brakes are doing really much of anything right now. Oh no, they're stopping me. Barely stopping me, but they are stopping me. Put that independent brake on for right now. That's what I like to do, is when I'm in dynamics, I like to put the independent brake on because it does slow me down a little bit. Instead of having to use the train brake, and oh my Lord, that is stuttering. Good Lord. Man, I don't know what that was, but that was Stutter City right there, man. There we go. So dynamic is now working. Dynamic has kicked in. We're going to drop it down a notch so we can get up to speed here to 50. And yeah. So a couple new things that have been added or announced for this game. There is a person in the Facebook group that I'm in for one of the Facebook groups I'm in for Railworks has released a Mimic Amtrak charger units. So they basically take the NJT something, I don't know. It's that NJT dual power locomotive that goes electric and then it goes diesel. And he has turned those into Mimic chargers, so we will be taking a look at that on the Midwest and on the Surfliner routes. And oh my Lord, I need to look into this game because I don't see why it's like stuttering so much. Like, there's no trains around, nothing, and it's still stuttering. Oh, turn off our headlights here. Oh, sorry bud, I didn't mean to blind you. That was my mistake. Alright, so we're going to stay here about 50.8, so we're good there. We're not speeding or nothing right now. I don't want to be losing any more points than we already are. Everybody's got the old caboose, man. You know what would have been nice if, like, since they got UP in this, they should have made, like, Union Pacific cabooses instead of just giving you that plain red one. They should have had, like, UP cabooses. I feel like that would have made it a lot more realistic to see. But it is what it is, man. It definitely is what it is. I understand it's a sim. Is that the sander? Oh, that's the bell. Do we have a sander in here? Oh. Over here, I see. Okay. What are you? Okay. Looking around the cab, there ain't much. There ain't much. No computers, no nothing. Like I said, this is a very early locomotive, very early Amtrak. One of the very first diesels after the steam locomotives did come, or after the steam locomotives, this was like, these are one of the very, very, very first diesels to ever see, you know, revenue service on trains and stuff like that. So that's really cool to think. We do got a 40 coming up. I believe the F3s were the first ones, and these are the E8. So I believe it was the F3s and the E. If there was an E3, and F3 was the very, very first diesel locomotive to be used in like revenue service and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool to see and pretty cool to think. So we're going to be coming in the Cheyenne here. It's about 3 miles, so we're going to have to go somewhere, run around our train, and couple onto the rear, which luckily it's only a baggage car, so I'm not too worried about that, because right now I think we're coupled onto like a coach car or something. Silver Craig, I don't know what that is. I think it's a coach car. Oh no, it's actually might be a sleeper car. It looks like a sleeper car. So right now we're coupled onto a sleeper car. Looks like we've got an advanced approach coming in to Cheyenne, but I can't really tell the signal right now. It looks like 2 yellows, but it might be yellow over green. I can't really tell right now. Alright, sorry guys, I'm trying to cut out all these like lag spikes and everything like that. They just kind of happen randomly, so I apologize for that. But yeah, here is the Amtrak pointless arrow scheme. This was the basically the phase 1 is what Amtrak calls it, and it is the Heritage Unit number 156, and possibly going to be another one, because I believe the 156 was damaged. I'm not sure. That's what the rumors are going around, so I don't really know. I would assume that it's going to be the 156 again. Speed limit through the crossovers is, when approaching Cheyenne, is 30. Proceed to and stop at Cheyenne Depot, Main 1. Uncouple from the full consist in anticipation of running around the train. Alright, so that crossover speed coming up there is 30. We do got a diversion clear coming in the Cheyenne, but we do have that 35 coming up later on anyway, so I'm not too worried. So we're going to stop at the depot, uncouple at the depot, and then we're just going to couple back onto the depot while the passengers are getting unloaded and, unloaded and loaded up and everything like that. So I'm not sure how long the platform is, because I want to make sure I get all my cars on the platform. These locomotives are pretty long, I will say that. I feel like they're a little bit longer than the P42s. So yeah, we'll definitely end up having to didn't want that wiper on. But see, my thing is, this thing doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I don't understand how Railworks does their point system, because it goes from like 1 to 2 to 4 to all this. I don't see why it just doesn't do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't see why it has to go like drastically up like that. It doesn't make any sense. And that was weird though, that it like after the signal it changed to 30. That usually doesn't happen in this game. Because I've had parts where I was diverging and it was showing like full track speed. But we do got that 35 right here, so I'm not too worried about that. Still going through a 30 here once we clear that signal. Now we're in a clear signal. I'm going to go ahead and kind of reduce the dynamic a little bit. Can't move the throttle because dynamic brake is on. Still going through the crossovers. There we go. We are good to go. Okay, so we are drastically picking up speed here. There we go. Okay, so the Cheyenne Depot is coming up in about a half mile. Want to go ahead and release that throttle there so we don't speed up as quickly, because I don't want to be speeding again, because we've already lost a lot of points, and I don't want to be losing any more points. So yeah. So we'll just kind of stay underneath the speed limit here. Got another clear coming into the station, so we are good there. Alright, so the platform doesn't look that long. Looks like it's a pretty short platform. So what I want to do is... Is this a sleeper car? Yeah, this looks like a sleeper car. That's the dining car. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to make sure we get Silver Prairie and Silver Larch on the platform, because those are the two coach cars that we'll be getting out of. So we'll probably have to make 2 stops, basically. One for the sleepers and then one for the coaches. Yeah, because this platform is actually pretty short. I will say that. We'll make sure we get those cars on the thing. Can't really see them. But I also don't know if that's... Well, I don't think we're going to be using that switch, so... Alright, I think we're going to be good here. Alright, so we got the last 2 coach cars on the platform, which is fine. Okay, so I think we have to back up a little bit, because I think we might have overshot the platform. Okay, that's weird. Look at what just happened. That is weird. So it looks like we decided to go right inside our coaches here. Not cool at all. There we go. Oh, I see, because we have to drop the full consist at... Okay. I see now, so we did end up overshooting it. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. That's to why it didn't work. Alright, so now our full consist is on. Those air hoses are not connected, which does not look good. We're going to have to connect those air hoses for sure. Let's go ahead and come over here and uncouple. There we go. Uncouple, proceed and stop at the Cheyenne East lead with the rear clear of the crossover switch, which I'm assuming is up ahead. I'm assuming it's up ahead here. Gonna turn on these headlights since we kind of have to. There we go. Now it looks like we got some markers on. Alright, we got approved to pass stop signal here. I'm assuming we're supposed to be going down this way. I'm gonna take a wild guess. Yeah, it looks like we're supposed to be going down this. Yep, we're good. So, Cheyenne East lead. CYE. That's Cheyenne Main 1 East. Cheyenne East lead. Okay, so it's after Main 1 East. I got you. I got you now. Yep, there it is. Cheyenne East lead. Alright. Alright, here we go. You can open the door on the side here too, which is cool. It does look open. That's cool. You open this one? Oh yeah. Probably can't open the engine door. No, you can't. Okay. That works, I guess. Luckily, both my engines are started up, so we are good to do the Cheyenne Shuffle here. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Yeah, this is a thing that I believe is no longer a operation that they do on the California Zephyr. So I feel like they just go straight shot to, I believe it's Emeryville where they go. So they just have a straight shot of where they got to go. Which is nice that they don't have to do this, like, movement anymore. I know the Downeaster, it's either the Downeaster, no, the Downeaster has push-pull, so I don't think they do. I think it's one of the trains have to do a unique move like this to get onto a main line. I think it might be the Vermonter. I don't know. It's one of the, it's some train that Amtrak has now. I'm not sure which one. So they said clear of the crossovers, but they never said anything clear of a signal. And I'm pretty you're kidding me, right? No, we're not speeding. No. Alright, so we did overshoot it a little bit. That was my fault. Task is unsuccessful. Really? Alright, well, I mean, the task was unsuccessful. It still worked. We still did it, so that's all that matters. Alright, we can pass that signal, though, which is nice, so we're good there. Let's go ahead and turn on. We'll keep that one on, I guess. So, task was unsuccessful. So, now we go via Cheyenne Depot Main 2. Let's go ahead and switch into the other cab here. Well, actually, we probably don't have to. Whoa. I put you in reverse. There we go. Got the conductor on the rear doing the shove. So, task was unsuccessful. You know, that was my fault. I wasn't paying attention. So, I was trying to figure out where that crossover is. So, we didn't have. I thought we were going to have to go through the signal. But I guess we didn't have to go through the signal. So, that was my Cheyenne East lead. So, we have to set our own switch, is what it looks like. Now the switches are set for us, so we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. Task was unsuccessful. That's Adrian for you. Don't pay attention. That is Adrian for you. He don't pay attention to nothing. Yeah, okay, so we're diverging. Okay, that makes sense. Cool. So I don't want to make sure we don't end up having to, like, you know, get a speeding offense, because we're already going to be losing a lot of points on this. And that's partially my fault. I always forget that these career scenarios, they, like, take points off, but then half the time I always forget that I'm doing a career scenario. So it's like, yeah. So what we're going to do now is we're going to couple onto the baggage car, and then I think that's going to be it for this. I don't think we're taking this thing anywhere else. Yeah, because it just says couple full consists to the front of Amtrak 5, and that's it for the most part. So let's go ahead and make sure we're not speeding. All the passengers are going to be watching their locomotives like, where are they going? Just coupling on to the back of your train, or technically it'd be the front of the train with the baggage car. But yeah, this is definitely a unique move that we are doing right here. Definitely unique. Oh, so now we're using... Oh, okay, I see what's going on. So got a flashing approach signal, which I believe is an advance approach. There is our train right there. Gonna have to run around it, go via the depot, which we're doing. It's kind of weird though. You know, you would think that since the Zephyr has to do this move, they would make that platform a little bit longer so the whole train can fit on it, so that you can load and unload the passengers while this movement is happening. You would think that would be the case. But then again, I guess not. I guess not. Oh, nope, no, we're not speeding. Nope, we're not going to be speeding today. No siree, Buster. So stop at Cheyenne, Main 1 West. Okay, we're going to make sure we get this successful task today. I don't want to be losing out on points today. Got the engineer watching the shove back there. Got my other engineer over here. So we got a diversion clear, flashing diversion clear, so I'm assuming that's a limited. I'm going to take a wild guess, say that's a diversion clear limited. Look at that B unit just swaying back and forth. That's pretty cool. Like, you see the lines that are lined up and then they don't line up and everything. That's pretty cool how it sways like that. That is super neat. It's kind of weird though, like the B units don't have the pointless arrow logo, but the A units do. It's kind of weird. Very weird. And they don't even say, oh yeah, they do say Amtrak on them, but you would think they would put the logo like maybe right in between the windows or something. Air hoses ain't hooked up, which ain't good, but you know, it's a sim, so it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You got AMTK 250 and then 253, I believe. You have 253 with 374. So I'm going to start slowing down now because I know our brakes aren't the greatest on this locomotive. Well, technically we can use the independent brake now because we don't have any... There we go. Running through that crossover, very slow rate of speed. Man, that clickety-clack just sounds super good. That's my all-time, like, favorite sound on a train. That's my all-time favorite. I was wanting to not occupy that crossing so that vehicle can go through, but we're going to be stopping right here. Screw them. We got a job to do. Oh, are you kidding me? Because it started moving. You kidding me? Okay, that's ridiculous. Well, that ain't my fault that the train started moving. I'm on a 0.8% grade. Of course it's going to start moving. Alright, that's kind of dumb. That is super... Okay, that's super dumb. So we got 2 unsuccessful tasks. One was my fault. The other one was not my fault. I'm wondering if CST means Central Standard Time. I don't know, though. I have a feeling that it does. Hard to say though. Alright, so yeah, 30 through these crossovers. Well, maybe not, since we're not crossing over. I think we're good to just go 35. Yeah, that's a load of BS with this scenario, dude. I swear. Like, you don't set my brakes in the beginning, so I have to stop my train from rolling downhill because y'all didn't set the brakes, and then y'all are gonna ding me on points because I ended up rolling because of the grade that I'm on. So y'all are gonna say that the task was unsuccessful when me rolling was not even my fault. But I see how it is. I definitely see how it is, Dovetail. And I can tell that this is a Dovetail scenario. So I see how it is, Dovetail. Better watch yourself, bro. Better watch yourself. So where's the wiper switch at? I don't see it. Can't be this up here, is it? No, it's not up here. So we got cabloids, apparently. Oh, yeah, we do. Wow, okay. So my goal right now is to try not to slam into the train. So I'm going to start slowing down right now. We got to prove to that signal. So I wonder what would happen if, like, they had the Zephyr and the second engine wasn't facing the opposite way. I wonder what they would have had to do. Like, Y out the engine or just have him run long hood forward? Because I feel like that would be a pain in the butt to have to run long hood forward. Is that the builder plate? I believe that's supposed to be the builder plate. We still got a little bit ways away from our consist here, so we're good. Then, of course, once we couple on, got to make sure all the couplings are hooked up, that hoses are hooked up, that the air goes back to the train. Make sure the electric works and, you know, all that. We still got a few more feet till we get there. Start slowing her down here, because right now there ain't no electric to the train. I don't think these are HEP. I think right now they're still steam heat coaches, I believe. I don't think they're running any HEP right now. I think it's still all steam heat. We want to do this gentle because there are passengers on the train, so we don't want to make sure that they don't start rocking back and forth, you know? So we want to make sure we do this as gently as possible. Good hook. Sorry, this run was not entirely successful. Yeah, one of them was your fault. Not entirely successful. It's because it was a lot of it was your fault, man. It's not my fault the route was unsuccessful. But that's going to go and do it for this one, guys. Really hope you guys did enjoy, even though we did supposedly mess up a couple times. But, you know, yeah, operation error, missed stop. And that's the only operation error I had. Like, so I gained 0 XP. That's nice. That is nice. Alright, well, I scored a 0, apparently, even though, you know, it still worked out too well. So, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yeah, see, it goes by seconds. So, your first, like, 4 seconds are all 2 points, and then it goes 4, 6. Yeah, it's kind of dumb. That's really dumb how they do this. It really is. But that's going to go and do it for this one, guys. Take care.